For peach, let's create a mix of pink and add a bit of yellow to it. This will give you a nice peachy color. And with a very juicy brush, push your brush down, create sort of a fat oval shape. Now start up on top, leave a bit of gap and close it at the bottom. Pick that same color, add a bit near this gap in between. Let's see it one more time. Push your brush down, complete the oval shape, sort of an almond shape. Start from top and join at the bottom. And then add more color just around the edge. Now I'll pick some green in my brush and add just a touch of black to it. And just with the push of my brush and pull it, you'll get very simple leaves just to add up on top. Now let's make a peach that's been cut in half. So for the pit part, I'm going to pick the color maple. And I'll create the outer boundaries of the pit first. Rinse my brush and pull this color in, softening it up a bit. I'll add some sourwood to it, sort of a deeper red color. And now we can let it dry. We'll create some slices of peach, so that same peachy mix, pink and yellow. And with just a push of your brush and pull it, leave a little bit of gap and create few dashes like this, sort of a boat shape. Let's see a bit more yellow in it. So one push of your brush, leave a bit of gap, and now in your finer brush, pick the sourwood color, not much water in it, and just touch this little gap with sourwood and let this color bleed into the slice, mostly towards the center. To create the visible peel, just pick that same peachy color. It's getting blended in this one, so for the next one, a bit more red in it so that it's visible. So these were the slices. Now this one is almost drying, so I'm adding a bit of brown towards the bottom of the pit, so that also blends in well. Now I'll create a heart shape around to give me a guide to fill sort of the fleshy part of the peach. Now for the flesh part, let's create that same peachy mix, yellow and pink. A bit more yellow this time than the peel that we created. Now for the flesh, I'm just filling that heart up and barely touching the pit. Just a little bit touching the pit, not too much, leaving a bit of white gap. Adding that peach mix freshly one more time towards the outer edge. And now pick some sourwood in your brush and start touching this flesh very close to the pit. Touch the pit a little bit, but try to leave that white gap in between. Add a bit of the sourwood towards the outer edge. And now you can let this dry a little bit. Now that this one has dried, I'll add a bit more of brown to add details to the pit. So little wavy lines here and there. A bit of black at the bottom for the darkest of the shadows. Some more sourwood to darken up this bleeding color into the flesh. And make little connecting dashes between that flesh and the pit part. Now to make the outer peel, I'm going to mix that same peachy mix and just add a very thin layer on both sides of the heart. And with that same mix, fill the gap up on top. So this was peach.